Okay, so there's one other point I wanted to discuss in relation to my experience with Desteni and the kind of education I received with Desteni. Now, from my perspective, the most important point that I have found is the focus on self, because all of the principles and all of the skills that you're building and developing in a way are brought together by that point of self, by that focus on self. And the focus on how we're actually experiencing ourselves on a day-to-day basis, and focusing on points like, what do you do if you're in a situation and anxiety comes up within you? So it's like real world situations, points that you're not going to find in most educational systems. So what I mean is, in terms of the point of self, it's constantly being pushed and shown how to actually look within yourself, actually how to be self-reflective. It's something that many people see as kind of a point that can't be taught, that has some sort of mystical perception to it. Only philosophers or certain types of people are able to do this, but that's not the case. There's practical steps for you with the website, and I considered myself to be somewhat of a contemplative person and self-reflective, but I found that I wasn't going deep enough. And so with the tools and the message and the whole during the whole process of the education, the point of self is always being pushed and looked at, and I have found for me that that's been the most valuable point from the perspective of getting to know myself on a level that is actually practical in terms of functioning within this world. Why do I have anxiety? What happens? What is depression? What is fear? Why do I have difficulties communicating with people? How do I correct that? It's like I place myself into all the situations in the world where I, feel stuck, and because there's this focus on actually understanding those points, understanding yourself within these points within the world that no one is actually considering or even seeing as relevant for education. And that's one of the cool, more unique aspects that Desteni is offering within their education, is that they're taking those points which don't normally get looked at, and those are the points where people fall in their life. Those are the points that people need to be educated about in terms of just how to practically deal with that stuff, how to practically deal with feeling stressed out. So you're developing practical skills in terms of vocabulary, writing, for example, practical labor, technology. You're working with technology. So there's this practical side of Desteni, but then there's also that point where they take on the human being. So that's what I wanted to say about that point.